In our last video, we flew to Medellin, Colombia, and took a walk around our neighborhood of Laureles. In this video, we'll explore the 3 F's of Medellin: free, fruit, and food, on 3 different tours with some really fabulous local guides.
It's a beautiful day, sun's shining, and we're gonna take a free walking tour of mostly the downtown, the central area, centro of Medellin. Okay, so we are at the local metro station. We're gonna take public transit here for the first time, so it should be kind of interesting. We're going to meet up with the guide. We've got about half an hour, I guess, to get there, so we are on our way. Let's hope we did it all right.
I think we can do it.
I think we can do it. All right. As you probably see the station and the elevated tracks behind, that's where we're off to. So we're at the station. We've pretty much figured it works pretty much like every metro station in the whole entire world that we've ever been on. We just go in the direction of the last station on the line. We're only going one stop, so we'll see. So far, so good. We haven't managed to get ourselves lost. Mind you, we've only been here like 5 seconds, so let's see how that turns out.
As of this point, early 1900s, in Medellin had already developed the cement industry, the iron industry, textiles, banking, insurances, electricity. The tiny village in which nothing happened in a quarter of a millennium suddenly became the powerhouse of Colombia. In a matter of 50 years, the population had grown 7-fold, and as much as the population grew, so did the problems. I would rather say we have at least 3 groups, and those 3, my personal way to divide them is by ages. So group number 1 is going to be my group, people around 30 and up. I'm actually 40, but we're the ones who hate that criminal. And why? Well, because in the 80s and the 90s, we were here. We were the ones who suffered the tragedy in the flesh. Think of this, when I was only 5, I was sleeping early in the morning, everything quiet, and then boom! Massive explosion. I remember I woke up terrified. I saw my father running to get my brother, my mom sitting next to me, crying, all the windows in the house broken. How do you as a 5-year-old understand that that was a cartel sending a message to the other cartel? With a huge governor and his peace advisor. They decided to go on a walk for peace one day. They said, hey, let's go. You hold the banner there, I hold it here, and we just walk on the streets of Antioquia like, no more kidnappings, no more killings, no more FARC, and they were kidnapped by FARC while doing that. Is a monument about paisas. It was made by a paisa, 2 paisas. It is supposed to tell you the story of the paisas, and it's supposed to be read from your right to your left by frame.
Hello. So we have finished our Medellin downtown walking tour. Very informative, incredibly enjoyable.
Yeah, it was really great.
I learned so much about the culture of Medellin.
Yeah, a lot about the difficulties that they've been through in the city, that they faced it. A lot of their historical, going from like the most dangerous city in the world to what it is now. So I never felt like any kind of fear or danger when I was there. We were with a group, but still, even then, like the papaya factor never really got that high where we were going. So even though we were in some pretty crowded places, I don't know if I'd spend a lot of time down here, just because it's really mostly shopping, and Dave and I are not really shopping. We don't have any room in our suitcases, but it is a very interesting, you can really feel the energy. It's pretty cool, actually. We've come to this place.
Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over.
People, I'm gonna change a little bit the tour today so we can cover most of the fruits, okay? So, I want you to smell it first, okay? Every time I give you something, smell it before eating. But you can take it. This is what you do it. You don't want your guavas to be so soft like tomate de árbol. And then on the inside, we get
Beautiful. Ooh,
this beautiful,
that's beautiful
green color.
Yeah. Those. The mango section. Oh my gosh. How many kinds of mangoes do you have to have a whole section for mangoes?
Exactly, yeah.
All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. We get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter.
I also want you to squeeze. We can do it with this one. You can squeeze with the whole hand. Nowadays they're not in season. So the price is more like 12, 14, 16, even 20,000 pesos per kilo. And with 20,000 pesos, you can get plenty of tomate de árbol. So this is not the most popular fruit in Colombia.
Everything, but the seeds are small and they're kind of crunchy, so they're not like regular seeds.
They're so expensive.
So
because they're delicious.
It's not a problem.
Lost the water. They're all dried out
wish
in
I
the
had
middle,
smell-o-vision.
rattling, and you don't want that in your
Oh, the
casa.
juice. Wow. Go for it.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of you eating it.
Big one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You like it?
It's so sour and good.
Then, so, us. This is the one that we mainly export. It is not so popular for us to have at home. And then you can easily break with your fingers.
Oh, okay.
You see, you're doing on camera. Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
The skin is very delicate. You can easily do it like that. But then we give them to kids when they go to school, because as they are so easy to break, we usually don't break them with our fingers. We like to break them against our heads.
Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see her. Live your life within the moment. And don't
We're at the metro station, going back to Laureles. We just spent the morning at the Plaza Mayorista, which is the second largest fruit and vegetable market in the city. It was really cool. They don't just sell fruit and vegetables, they have a meat section, they've got a cafeteria section where you can get pre-made food. They were also selling restaurant equipment. I mean, anything you can imagine, they've got it there. We tried like 12 different fruits, some good, some I could pass on. And there was a 13th one that was a little bit kind of gross, but we didn't try it. And I can't even describe it. It's like mushy, and they sell it in a bag because it's it's very squishy and you can poke the texture. And the smell wasn't too awesome either. But apparently they make it into drinks with milk and a bit of sugar, and it's not so bad. We tried a little tiny bit of it, and it actually wasn't too bad. I don't know, what would you say it tasted kind of like?
It was so memorable, I've already forgotten.
Oh.
Sorry. It really wasn't bad.
Yeah,
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to taste by the way it looked.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. There you got it. So, highly recommend going on this tour. This is with Real City Tours, and it was excellent. It was good to just have a little bit of navigation and people to show us like how to buy the fruit that are properly ripe, as opposed to just buying them randomly and maybe not getting a good one. So it was totally worth it. So if you're in Medellin, I'd say make this a stop on your tour for sure.
You never know when it is over.
The idea of the government producing the aguardiente is that back in the days of the independence against the Spaniard kingdom, we were already producing aguardiente and also tobacco. Then the new government said, if we continue producing aguardiente, then with the taxes and the profits of this liquor, we can pay for private schools, hospitals, roads and such. Then at the end, we're going to a coffee roastery. We're going to learn about the industry and also the process.
And I know it's gonna get older. So let us dance this night away.
But then if you're missing something spicy, this is the spices that you see in Colombia, because we don't really eat spicy food here. These are a lot of different peppers, different onions, garlic, and black pepper. Your name. They go really good together. Here we get patacones, plantains, the green ones. That you peel, you fry until they get golden on the outside. Then you take them out of the fryer, smash them, and fry them again. Double fry. It's not the healthiest, but it's really, really tasty. We get guacamole here. We have hogao here. Hogao are onions and tomatoes that you chop and stir fry. It's nothing spicy. And the white one is a creamy cheese from the coast that it is salty. We call it suero costeño. So we get suero costeño, grilled cheese, and on top of the arepas there's fresh cheese that we call quesito. Small cheese. See, like a small cheese or like a cute cheese. Then we get two different kind of arepas. The one that is yellow is called arepa de chocolo. Chocolo means that the corn is completely fresh. The other one, arepa de maíz, meaning that the corn is dried out. We get chicharrón here, pork belly, and also chorizo.